Hello my dear pharmacist friends, welcome to this new pharmacy MCQs video. In this video we are going to discuss some pharmacy MCQs that are related to forensic pharmacy. MCQs related to drug law, which is commonly called. These are going to be 10 MCQs related to drug law, which is a pharmacy subject, or its proper name will be forensic pharmacy. Forensic pharmacy is actually application of the sciences of drugs to legal issues. Friends, the drug laws of different countries may differ from each other. So I don't know if in other countries these same laws and rules will be applied. That you have to confirm for yourself from your own country's drug laws. You have to check them out also. These MCQs are relevant particularly in the context of the drug law of Pakistan. So friends, let's start our MCQs. Our first MCQ. The Drug Act 1976 defines the misbranded drug as. So options are: A option, label or packing resemble that of another manufacturer's brand. B option, does not contain the claimed active ingredient. C, not labeled in the prescribed manner. D option, contains foreign matter. And E option is black market drug. Actually, the Drug Act 1976 has its own definition of the misbranded drug. Misbranded drug is actually a drug which is not labeled in the prescribed manner. For these other label or packing resemble that of another manufacturer, this will be actually a counterfeit drug. While does not contain the claimed active ingredient, this will be a spurious drug. Contains foreign matter, this will be a adulterated drug. So C is our correct option here. The next MCQ, as per drug law, to open a distribution setup of medicines, one has to apply through. So options are given: Form 3, Form 6, Form 9, Form 10 and Form 11. Actually, we have to apply through Form 11 to open a distribution setup of medicines. Actually, Form 11 as per drug law is for the license to sell drugs in a distribution setup. Now the next MCQ, according to Drug Act 1976, a medicine in the market that does not contain the active ingredient it claims to have is referred to as. This MCQ we have discussed earlier also, so if you remember that, then you will know what is the correct option here. Options are misbranded, counterfeit, spurious, adulterated and second hand. Actually, the medicine as per Drug Act 1976 that does not contain the active ingredient it claims to have is actually a spurious drug. Now the next MCQ, as per Drug Act 1976, the counterfeit drug is: label or packing resemble that of another manufacturer brand, does not contain the claimed active ingredient, not labeled in the prescribed manner. Again, those same options are here. So the counterfeit drug according to 1976 Drug Act is: label or packing resemble that of another manufacturer brand. It's actually called in Urdu, वो जो बोलते हैं कि नकालों से होशियार रहिए, मतलब उनकी जो पैकिंग होती है तो वो जो ओरिजिनल मैन्युफैक्चरर होता है उनके साथ मैच करती है. So A is our correct option here. Now the next MCQ, in drug law, Form 9 is for the purpose of license to sell drugs in a pharmacy, license to manufacture drugs, license to sell drugs in a distribution setup, registration of an imported drug, and the last option, license to sell drugs in a medical store. Actually, Form 9 is for the purpose of license to sell drugs in a pharmacy. For license to sell drugs in a distribution setup, we will require Form 11. And for license to sell drugs in a medical store, we will be required to apply through Form 10. So A is our correct option here. Now our next MCQ, the practical body established to provide for effective coordination and enforcement of the Drug Act 1976 and to bring harmony in inter-provincial trade and commerce of therapeutic goods is. So these options are given. It is actually asking about the practical body that is established for the effective coordination and enforcement of the Drug Act 1976. Options are PQCB, that is Provincial Quality Control Board. B option is Drugs Appellate Board. C is DRAP, Drug Regulatory Authority of Pakistan. D is CLB, that is Central Licensing Board, and E is PPA, that is Pakistan Pharmacists Association. Actually, the practical body that try to ensure effective coordination and enforcement of Drug Act 1976 is DRAP. Actually, DRAP is responsible for this purpose, Drug Regulatory Authority of Pakistan. Now, in Drug Act 1976, the Section 9 denotes, so options are Appellate Board, Provincial Quality Control Board, Provincial Drug Testing Laboratory, Pakistan National Formulary, Powers of Inspectors. Actually, in Drug Act 1976, the Section 9 denotes Appellate Board. So A is our correct option here. Now the next MCQ, as per drug rules, the word medical store should be displayed on medical stores on a green colored signboard, red colored signboard, blue colored signboard, yellow colored signboard, and last option, any colored signboard. Actually, the word medical store as per drug rules should be displayed on a blue colored signboard on a medical store. So C is our correct option here. Now the next MCQ. In Drug Act 1976, the power to fix maximum prices of drugs comes under section. So options are 6, 12, 18, 24 and 31. Actually, section 6 is for regulation of sale of drugs. Section 12 is for power to fix maximum prices of drugs. Section 18 is for powers of inspectors. Section 24 is for control of advertisement. And Section 31 is for drug courts. Actually, in this question, the power to fix maximum prices of drugs comes under the section 12. So B is our correct option here. Now our last MCQ of this video. According to the Factories Act of 1994, seasonal factories are, so it is actually asking about the definition of seasonal factories according to the Factories Act 1934. Option A is factories that operate through all the seasons. Option B is tea, coffee, cotton and sugar factories. C option is engage in not more than 180 working days. Option D is remains operational for a 90 days season in a year. And option E, both B and C are correct. Actually, seasonal factories are those factories that engage in not more than 180 working days, and all these factories, tea, coffee, cotton and sugar, they are of the same nature. That is, they engage in not more than 180 working days. Perhaps that's why they are called seasonal factories, because they operate only in certain seasons according to the production of these plants. So actually E is our correct option here. Thank you friends. These were some of the MCQs related to drug law subject of pharmacy, which is properly called forensic pharmacy. For more such pharmacy MCQs videos, subscribe to our channel. So thank you friends.